tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on second down, McPherson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on third down, McPherson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. He gets it complete to Jackson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Oh, this is blocked. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 40. 20. 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog. Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the three across the front, and can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's make these big.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage? A first down carry for Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Now this throw caught left side, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Pete Werner. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage. And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here. As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McPherson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McPherson, he finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Back to throw. McPherson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. McPherson. Try to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Lance. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. In trouble, and he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Jackson to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Throwing on 1st down. McPherson. That's caught by Jackson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
After 1, our score 9-6. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Barkley a 1st down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down and 4. Now Lance. Gates with a grab. Touchdown, Vikings! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On first down, Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
First down, Bengals.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 5.
Now a give, right side. It's Chapman. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On first down, McPherson got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looking to throw on second down. McPherson. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second and 6. Off-play action. McPherson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Lance to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that.
And Lance going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bengals! Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Bengals 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, If you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. He dumps it off to Barkley. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. This goes out wide from Madison. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Madison. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now they'll throw with Lance.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here we go.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Shifts by him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right there. 54.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Set to return it. Here's Turner.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. McPherson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Offense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And still fighting. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. 187 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
54's mark. 54's mark. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lance. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back. The end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point splits the uprights, and well by one more. Joseph now to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Back to throw. McPherson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. McPherson. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the Vikings 40.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. McPherson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Cincinnati.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, McPherson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, McPherson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Operating from the gun, McPherson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McPherson. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give to Madison. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brandon, when a defense just...
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. Lance now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the hook up to Brown. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Vikings add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
27.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Bengals drive about to get going. But you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, McPherson. He sets to fire deep. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on 1st down. McPherson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Chapman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Madison's got a first down and then some.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how...
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll